How's it going, everybody? Chaos Gaming here, and yes, we are back with some more My Hero Ultra Impact. And in today's video, we're going to be showcasing 4th anniversary Izuku Midoriya in Climax battles for Nighteye. So with that being said, let's not waste any more time. Let's blow this shit right the hell up. And ladies and gentlemen, let us get started with today's video. And you can let me know down below, number 1, whether you use the character in this fight or you've watched me use the character in this fight. How do you feel about him in Climax battles for Nighteye? And also, you can let me know down below, how do you feel about that All Justice opening cinematic trailer? Because at the time of this recording, it's been an hour, I think, or 2 since that trailer's released. And they are cooking with that trailer. Oh my god. Seeing that first boot up into the game is going to be so clean to see. I'm just really excited for this game. Also, we do have some new story mode stuff that is coming out, I think, from Globku's channel. We got like an early look at it. And then also, Slowplay's got some clips as well. I don't know if it's from Globku himself or if he got it from another source or not. But, hey, man, I think at this point, I want to stay away from all of that. Just so when I go into the game, I have, like, these expectations that is going to set the roof. And then I can actually see it for the first time and say, oh, shit, they actually cooked with that one, if that makes sense. Alright, so what we're going to do right here is activate the second active skill of Bakugo. Someone asked in my last video, why did I make it to where Bakugo was the first skill chain instead of the last skill chain? The reason why I like making Bakugo first because he is the debuffer on the team. So I don't really need for Bakugo to try to get that extra damage off of like him being the last skill chain. I'd rather him be first as a debuffer because that is where he is the most valuable for me, in my personal opinion. Alright, so let's start off AoE. And then we'll do this. We didn't get the bound. And then we get 41k with the vulnerability being activated. So we're going to do more damage on the opponent right here. Nice that we also got like 20k in those normal attacks as well. Alright, so next we will do this. And then we'll do this right here. And then we can safely move on into phase number 2. I still can't believe the first time I took on this fight, it was just so hard for me. And then later on, it's just like, look how easy we're breezing through this now. I mean, it's typical for how these games are. You know, eventually you're gonna have power creep, and it makes it to where like fights that were extremely hard go absolutely easy. But when you experience it for yourself versus watching it in a video, it's just crazy. I just feel like it's a whole different type of feeling that you're getting. Alright, so Compressor's gonna go first. 17k with a bound. Then we got Bakugo going second with a 61k. And then finally we got Midoriya, which we're gonna let his plus ultra play out. Which is still pretty cool plus ultra at the end of the day. I like his more than Ida. I don't know. Ida's is just like, I think it's a little bit too basic for what he is. I wish that he had an effect in it where it's like him going crazy with the speed. I would really like to see that more so than what we saw with how he was just like regular sword attacking. I don't know if that's my own personal like opinion on that or if anybody else agrees with me on that. But I just think it would be better if he had some like speed thing going with that. Alright, so 2,000 we took right there. Damn, we did 24k on a normal like that. That was pretty sick. Alright, so then we'll do this. Give you the hide once again. And then we will activate this right here. And then we should be able to move on into phase number 3, no problem. Yeah, we could have just activated Bakugo and that's it. That's all we needed right there. What the hell? Oh my god. That was beautiful. And it's like, look, Bakugo doesn't really need to be the last skill chain. He could do perfect just being the first. Like, those debuffs, if they stack up, and then with the vulnerability as well being activated, the Bakugo is going to be a demon when it comes to the damage. Alright, so, phase number 3. As you guys already know what we like to do right here. We like to make sure that we do get enough damage on Sir Nighteye until we have 2 characters with their plus ultras ready to go. And then once we do have both characters with the plus ultras ready to go, from there, we just attack All Might. Alright, let's do that. 76k, nice DPS right there. Alright, and then Bakugo, let's see how much damage he's gonna do. He does max damage. If anything, we don't even have to attack All Might. Sorry, I don't know why the word's gonna come right out right there. If this attacks right here, we don't even need the plus ultras to activate on All Might. We are perfectly fine. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, 4,000. Let's see how much a normal does right here. Please, kill. Please. Ah, yes, let's go! Ah, the best luck that we can have right now. I am loving this. Woo-wee! Ah, I'm a happy little camper today. Alright, so what we can do right here now that, you know, we are in phase number 4 and we have these skills ready to go. Let me see what the plus ultras. Nah, we'll just do this, and then we'll activate a plus ultra right here. Because if you guys don't know with Sir Nighteye, because there are some new players I see in the comments from time to time, he does have the ability to give you cooldown extension and take away your action skill for that turn. So it's better to do it like this, more so than us just activating plus ultras and then letting him get the chance to even activate it before we get our skills ready to go. So let's just focus on All Might here. Alright, 14k apiece. And the 44k. He's gonna power up. So now that activates his skill. Cool time extension as we just saw. And then we do... I didn't see how much damage that is. Like 40k? 50k? Could be wrong on that. Alright, so then we'll do this. And then we will do this to power up the Bakugo. This should lower All Might all the way to 1, but it could be mistaken. And then it's just not the case. Yep. He's just that guy, man. That's why he's the perfect character for this fight. Alright, and then we have double plus ultras to activate for Sir Nighteye. So, Gentle, is he going to hit? No, he doesn't. But Bakugo for sure is going to hit no problem whatsoever for max damage. Nice. Now, we need to make sure that we are in the position where All Might is low and then Sir Nighteye is low, so we can just wrap this fight up for free, which I think is going to be the case. No, we'll do it like this. Yeah, like that. Alright, let's go. Alright, so All Might is going to be low. And then we do this. And that's the fight done. No, the fight's not done? How? They were both one. Dude, that's so stupid. That could have been it right there, man. We'll give it to you. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do this. I hope this kills right here. If my hypothesis is correct, this should kill the both of them. Or one of them. Okay, that's one of them. Then the normal's going to finish off the second one. Nice. All right, so that's fight number 1 done. Let's move on into fight number 2, where we're seeing Midoriya in the last 2 phases. All right, so I brought us back here specifically because we did get the bleed on Sir Nighteye. So I want to see if the same effect that happened in yesterday's video is going to happen again. All right, so let's take a look right here, right? All right, so 362,000.
No, what the heck? I'll laugh anyway.
It's happening again! It's happening! He's going more low! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, buddy! Ah, someone is not feeling good today, huh? Yo, when you get the bleed off this, man, it's just so peak. But we gotta be careful right here because Bakugo is such at a low HP. It is insane. Alright, so let's go off like we did before. Basically, the only difference now is that we got our girl Momo here, which will give Midoriya more of a support when we do activate the second action skill. Alright, so let's do this. Get the AoE off. Bam. And then we'll hit him for a nothing. Okay. Well, that sucked for now. But don't worry. Midoriya will get his hits when he needs to soon. Alright, actually, you know what? For this turn, I am going to give it to Bakugo just because for Bakugo, he has too much long HP, dude. Next time, we will give it to Midoriya. Don't worry. But I just need a little bit of that max HP. Alright, so now we can move on into the final phase. What plus ultra do you think you're going to be activating? Oh my, please tell me what plus ultra, because that's gone now. Goodbye. Sorry, buddy. Alright, we need Midoriya to get his enhancements already. Just so he can hit harder. Alright, so you're done? There we go. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Alright, we got all plus ultras ready to go. Which, it sucks, because then action skills are going to be delayed for one character. So let's see which one is going to get hit. It's Midoriya. Of course, the character I'm showcasing is the one that you're going to hit the debuff with. I appreciate you for that, man. Really, no, I do, for sure. Ah, that sucks. So let's do this. Let's hope Midoriya gets some sun in the spotlight. I probably said that wrong, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Alright, got a little bit of an AoE there, but we're going to heal. No problem. Alright, now Midoriya gets to go off with a skill. So what we'll do right here is bam. Bam. And then bam, let's get that. Alright, so uppercut, nice. And then we do a whopping 41k with a stun, nice. All Might does activate his plus ultra. We are fine though, it's not a one-shot plus ultra. And All Might is dead, and then finally Sir Nighteye is dead. So you can take this Midoriya into the fight, and he'll do pretty well. So with that, that's where we end today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and comment if you want to. You don't have to, but it's always greatly appreciated. Also subscribe. Again, you can let me know down below how do you feel about this Midoriya in this fight, whether you use them or you watch them in my video. And with that, I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Hopefully I can upload a video tomorrow with the next character that I want to showcase.